What's up, average dive fans? Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about lenses. Yes, camera lenses on specifically your Mix Fold 3. I want to go a bit deeper into the settings I use on the camera app, the widgets that are included with the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3, and just different shooting scenarios that I use. Might come in helpful for you, might not. Let's find out. So again, the one thing that we all absolutely take for granted, myself included, is the fact that we have, well, on the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3, 4 main lenses on the rear. These lenses are capable of some amazing things. For comparison, you would have to carry around this little guy for an ultra wide and main lens shot, and this little guy, or bigger guy, for a decent 2 or 3x portrait, and you could probably get about 4x optical zoom. So these two only will give you some of the capabilities of this camera. Now, you might be thinking that the main lens is where it's at. And yes, I guess you could say that. But for me personally, through my day-to-day usage, and you all know I love a 5x zoom lens, so let's start with that. What is the benefit of a 5x, 4x, or sometimes even 3x zoom lens? Well, you can get further away from your subject or product. Why might that be useful? Shadows. Who ran around saying that? Was it Groundskeeper Willie in The Simpsons? The shadows. Oh, I don't know. If I can find the clip, I'll pop it in here. Anyway, I am constantly taking thumbnails for the YouTube videos. If I get close up to a subject, the main thing you're going to see is my face and a reflection, a shadow. With a 3, 4, or ideally 5x zoom lens, I can stay further away so you won't see any shadows. Now you'll notice as well that there was some black and white images there. Well, that's another thing I like to do. No, I don't use black and white thumbnails because, colours pop more vibrantly. But I use, on the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 app, the Leica lens widgets. Now there's two. There's Leica Vibrant and Leica Authentic. But then there's also Leica Black and White Authentic and Leica Vibrant Black and White. I think that's what they call them. You can see them here. I often find myself using the black and white images more often because to me they just feel, I don't know, a bit more professional, authentic. I'm more immersed in the photo. I remember the photos more. It might sound strange, but I use this free widget all the time. Here's another few examples of some photos in colour in my garden and some photos in black and white. You can let me know in the comments what you think. I like both, but don't forget about black and white photography. Now, other shooting scenarios, again, you might be thinking the main 1x lens. No, most commonly, if it's not a zoom lens photo or a portrait at 2 or 3x zoom, I'll be using ultra wide. I use ultra wide to bring in more of the scene, to bring in more people if it's a people image. I also find that ultra wide I can crop in more because it's a 48 megapixel. It might be 50. I'll correct myself with a little asterisk up here. But because it's such a high resolution lens, you can crop into an ultra wide photo and take any part of it. With the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3, there's not that fisheye aspect ratio you get on some kind of cheaper, less premium ultra-wide lenses, so you can't get to the edges. But with this, I can crop in at any point and use that little crop as a photo or a thumbnail or whatever it is I want to do with it. So I would say after the zoom lens, I'm actually using ultra-wide more. Now, where I will take main lens shots is, as it says in the tin, if I don't need to zoom in, if I don't need ultra wide, The 50 megapixel main lens you get on the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 is fantastic. Again, colours are super spot on. You can choose Leica Vibrant or Leica Authentic. Essentially, Leica Vibrant is a bit more saturated. Leica Authentic, is a bit duller. Now, I live in Scotland. Trust me, particularly at this time of year, Scotland's dull enough. So that bit of extra oomph from the Vibrant mode, works a treat. And it's not as saturated and poppy as Samsung, and that's a good thing. For me, Samsung have sometimes just oversaturated images, and the colours like greens and the sky blues are just right in your face. So I find myself switching between Vibrant and Authentic, but mostly Vibrant on a duller day here. Now, along with all those photographic lenses, you've obviously got videography. Now, MKBHD has said for years that, 24 frames he's obsessed with. Don't use 25 or 30, or maybe he's 25, don't use 24 or 30. Well, MKBHD, you'll be delighted, I don't use any of those. I shoot all my content in 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Now, why, you might add? Slow motion. That's it. If I want to slow down a clip, it is far easier and looks smoother when you've shot that original clip in 60 frames per second. Not that you can't slow motion a 24, 25 or 30 frames per second video, but at 60 frames per second, there's just more there per frame, so you can slow it down. And while I'm on the topic of slow motion, this phone can go like 940 or 960 frames at 720p. I never do that. There is no 4K slow motion, so I go to 1080p, so that's HD footage at 240 frames per second. And that's, again, if it's a specific slow motion capture you're trying to do. What I will sometimes do for a video footage, a little montage, is I'll just slightly slow down, maybe to 120 frames per second. So double in the frame rate, if you like, of my 60 frame per second in Final Cut Pro, just to make it look a bit more cinematic. Now, those Authentic and Vibrant modes carry over to the video. There's different styles you can do, so if you want black and white as well, you can use that. Again, an underrated feature of your smartphone in your pocket. There will be an option, I am sure, or there will be an app you can download to shoot in black and white. Try it. Go out. No matter how nice or dull a day is, get some black and white footage. It just looks so much more professional, especially when interlaced with some colourful photos as well. Now, I've talked about all the lenses. I just want to give you another example of what to expect from ultra-wide all the way up to the maximum 50x zoom. Now, that's obviously digital. It's 5x optical, up to 50x is like hybrid or digital zoom. Photos are sharp. You can zoom in. You can read a license plate from hundreds and hundreds of feet away if you needed to do that. I don't know. I guess if you like ornithology and you like to look at birds, you could see a bird from miles away and you'll be able to zoom in on it and get quite clear photos. So I don't know if this has been helpful. I don't know if this has been useful, but just to recap, get yourself some black and white photos interlaced with your colourful photos just to mix things up. On a really, really bright and sunny day, maybe you want to tone it back down to like Authentic. If it's a bit of a duller day, like a Vibrant will probably help. If you're recording video and you're used to doing it at 4K 24 or 4K 30, give 4K 60 a go and maybe slow the footage down, see what you think. If you ever find yourself using slow motion, I would highly, highly say against using 720p. I would just go to the maximum frames per second you can get on a 1080p resolution. And yeah, if you've got a Xiaomi phone, the Leica apps, so that's the quick settings to go to different, so 35mm, 90mm video capture, or there's the Leica app, that's widget that's got the black and white, vibrant and authentic options. Just play about with it. Use your phone to its full potential. If you have forked out £1,300 or $1,500 on your phone, use it. And if you've got a DSLR or mirrorless camera and you use lenses like this or Sigma lenses, compare them. Think to yourself, do I need to spend all this money on my DSLR or mirrorless camera, or can my phone actually do the job? And again, at no point forget, this is on a foldable device. I can't tell you how many foldable devices I have reviewed over the past couple of years that had substandard camera setups. So it's exciting, it's reassuring that foldable phones are getting flagship cameras. Hopefully you found this educational, interesting, a bit different from some other content I guess I do, but ultimately still along the same theme. I want to try and help you along your way, whether it be buying, setting up, or using a Chinese ROMmed foldable phone. And if you want to show your support, some exciting news. Not only can you join the channel, become a member, and help support me financially, you can also buy some merch. Yes, I have finally taken the plunge. As I near 10,000 subscribers, I would like to start selling merch. If I could go and walk around and one day bump into someone with an Average Dad t-shirt, I think I might faint. So, the Average Dad t-shirts and mugs and everything is on the store. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I upload a design and I can choose certain aspects of it. The t-shirts I spent more time on. The mugs, the images don't look great. There's a random apron, spread shop, add that in, I don't know why. Apron means nothing to my channel. But the Average Dad logo, circle, on a nice black t-shirt, looks good. So if you can be bothered and you want to support the channel, go ahead and buy some merch. And until next time. Oh, before I play the outro music, I must also say the secret word for today is watches.